Hello, and happy Halloween out there in Chatland. What's up, Twitch? We're doing a little liquor treat tonight. That's what John Bradford says when he shows up at your door with a half-empty flask of gin and a kid that he got from somewhere who's been reduced to tears and is wearing a torn old bedsheet that is covered in what suspiciously looks like gin stains. I said gin stains. Bradford's a lot of things, but you know, he's not a molester. Unless he's molesting a bottle of Tanqueray, in which case, well, guilty as charged. What's up, Chad? How you guys doing this Halloween evening? We're gonna be getting back to a little bit of XCOM. Sorry about the no stream on Monday, but sometimes old Pete gotta work. What can I say? The slave driver been cracking the whip really hard. It's getting into our busy season, what with the holiday coming up this time of year, so might see a little bit more of that coming up in the future. I pre-apologize. I bet Pete loves the skirmisher on this team. I honestly didn't remember that we had a skirmisher. You mean Bradford's not a Catholic priest? He may have been, you know, I think Bradford's the kind of guy who, like, probably went to seminary at some point, but he was too hard drinking, even for the Catholics, and they just kicked him right out. They're like, maybe if this was Ireland, you might be able to pull off a small parish in an out-of-way town, but this is Rome, John, and you're drinking too much. I'm sorry. Who else is on our team, by the way? I think we only did, what, one mission with this team last time because we were doing that stupid mission with the chrysalids that we had to do a couple times. So we got Nikita Khrushchev here. Of course, John Bottle of Gin Bradford. We got Campbell Soup. Michael Lewis. I mean, you seem more like an old Parker Lewis, if you ask me. You got Parker Lewis. And then, of course, Hernandez down here, because every team has a Hernandez. A little bit of too much of the blood of Christ for Bradford. I don't know. John seems like he'd be too drunk to even get the transubstantiation correct. Be like, well, I was trying to transubstantiate it, but, I mean, this is... Actually, Bradford stood up and tasted the wine, and he was like, this is supposed to be the blood of God? It's not even 80 proof. And then just threw the sacristy down on the floor and walked out. Problem with Jesus for John Bradford? Too sober. It's like, nah, Jesus, I expect the Son of God to be drunker than this. So here we go then, back at it. All right, Khrushchev, it's time for you to bury somebody that's not us this time. We'd like you to bury, I don't know, maybe some aliens. I will bury them. We'll do that. You picked up an ability last episode. You've got Volt, Rend. I believe you finally picked up Parry, correct? Is this the Parry ability? Hey, you want to... There we go. Okay, so you have Parry, and you also picked up Amplify, which is... You know, given our low damage weapons, Amplify might be something we can make decent use of. Campbell, still a sharpshooter. Old Roadkill Lewis here. Scraping Parker up off the floor. What do you got? You're a specialist, so you have, like, the least useful actions. You're going to be our firsties then. Let's get to work here. How y'all doing out there in Chatland? Hope you guys had a good Halloween. Or are having a good Halloween. Or have no particular Halloween plans. Our skirmisher has our Mimic Beacon. I very much appreciate that. And it looks like we may have to immediately use it. So we got to rescue 6 civilians. All right. Well, could have gone better. Could have gone worse. Unfortunately, our Templar's not going to be able to get into the mix. We have 2 Mimic Beacons, though, and one of them belongs to Bradford. It feels like we're going to have to use one here. As much as I don't necessarily want to, we don't really have any great shots. In fact, we have basically no good shots at all. Not even decent shots. Roadkill? You get a 37% chance, huh, champ? All right. So, Hernandez, do you have justice? You have justice. We could have you yank one of these dudes over here for maybe a little bit of close encounter action. I kind of like that. Our chance of pulling that off is not great, only 50%. We could have Bradford step up, chuck a Mimic Beacon near himself, or close enough to himself somewhere that some of these enemies are going to run past it. And maybe Bradford gets a little bit of free Blade Storm action. Can we get anything else out of this turn, though? Alright, Harbinger. We could have you step forward and hurl a grenade, which maybe we can loosen up to get our sniper a kill. I think we can do this. Alright, so you're going to huck this, do some damage to this man. More importantly, destroy his cover. Then we're going to see if we can get our sniper to pick the Templar off while he's far away. 3 damage. Alright, he's been duly softened. His cover is blown. Nessie. Alright, Soup Can, what do you got? An 89% chance? It'll do. It'll do, pig. It'll do. And hey, some free damage out of the explosion as well. Up. Okay, well that's real unfortunate. So he exploded, hit a civilian. Turns out that civilian was in fact a faceless. That's less good. Lewis, you get a 37% shot here. I'm not really liking your chances there, buddy. Hernandez. I'm thinking maybe we just have you take a poke at the faceless. We might also just try and go on Overwatch. So Bradford, we're definitely going to have you come up here and Mimic Beacon. That's a given. So we want you to be ideally somewhere where you might be able to generate some Blade Storms off of that Mimic Beacon. Or do we just throw the Mimic Beacon deep? The other thing we could do is just go deep with the beacon. Because we got, what, 4 people up here who potentially could act? Probably this guy's going to set himself on fire, which will be helpful. You'll be able to see them all from here and have a couple of them flanked. The other thing we could do is have Bradford come up here, take a shot, and then instead we have Lobo chuck the beacon. Which now that I'm looking at the situation might be the better way to go. Because Bradford's got at least one pretty decent shot here at this Stun Lancer. I think I like that plan better. Alright, Roadkill. We'll probably just have you go on Overwatch. Mimic Beacon? No, not over there. Mimic Beacon goes right here. We want... Hold on a minute. We need it in a... Okay, we want the Mimic Beacon to be in a place where everybody can see it, ideally. But also where they have to go past Bradford. So, like, right there is our golden... That's our golden position right there. Alright, Beacon, get yourself down. The beacon is lit. Summon the Riders of Rohan. And then Stun Lancer gets shot. Straight up killed him. John Jinboy Bradford. He's not messing around today. Today he brought the gin. And then Lewis, you have no shots, so you're just going to be on Overwatch. Let's see what we can make happen with this beacon. You're just going to mark a dude then? Nope. Okay, 3 damage to our beacon. We should be okay. We're definitely going to be okay because Lewis scored the kill. Hey, Kenny, welcome up. What's up, man? Happy Halloween. That's right. It's Humpoween Day. I like that. I'm a big fan of the portmanteaus, and that's a good one. So we got a sectoid, another purifier, a big robot, and what appeared to be an Advent priest back there. That's a fairly tough pod. It's nice that those guys took one really bad roll off the roll table for us. And there are also chrysalids, which is extraordinarily bad. So we also have chrysalids and a muton we got to deal with. That's going to be a little bit of a tough road to hoe, especially if those chrysalids burrow. We hates the burrows. We hates it when they burrow. You about to get Blade Storm. Get him, John. Stick him, Bradford. Great shot, buddy.
I'll get him next time.
Taking another top quality roll off the roll table as well.
Show never stops, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you.
All right. John, I'm going to need you to come over here and handle this officer.
I might even have to start pre-recording some of these shows just to get some sleep. I mean, how long has it been? With 6 hours?
John Bradford is 2 for 2. 2 shots, 2 kills.
Largs day.
The man cannot be stopped. He's an unholy god of slaughter. I'm really not pleased with your hit percentage here, my dear. Also, we should, if at all possible, we should try and get the kill with a rend. So is there some way we could do like 3-ish damage to you? Maybe with a pistol shot that can't miss? The minimum on the pistol is not good enough, though. Roadkill? There's no chance you kill him, and you got a pretty reasonable shot to hit here. Soften him up for us. Exactly the right amount of damage. Lobo, we'll come back to you in a minute. There's our rend and a free point of focus. I question your power all the time. I mean, you are a Templar. We got to remember that Nikita has parry, too, which we can also use to our advantage. It's going to be really useful when it comes chrysalid time. If we can parry some of those chrysalids, that'll be extraordinarily helpful. Lobo, let's get you over here. Rest of the team's just going to be... Well, you're going to reload. You're going to overwatch. We got our boys back here. So we got to rescue 6. I'm actually a little worried about what might happen if those chrysalids go active and decide they want to start killing civilians. That could be extraordinarily bad for us. So Bradford, come grab this civvy. Done. We're going to have a few less in a minute, John, because I'm about to rescue like 3 of them. We're a third of the way home. I thought you liked Templars. I do like Templars, but when it comes to, like, I mean, in the whole Templar versus Ranger debate, I still feel like Ranger is definitively the objective right choice, and that it's really not even much of a contest. Do you have a grenade at all? You have a Skulljack. We'll come back to you in a minute. One of our guys here has got a... Yeah, you had a beacon. Can we get you all the way up here without spawning that pod? Should be able to.
On the move.
And then I think we're okaysies for now. I don't want to go any further forward and risk spawning a pod. We're going to slow play this one a little bit. Lewis has 2 bullets in his gun. 2 bullets is probably enough. Lobo, let's bring you up in the neighborhood. I'm going to want Lobo on Overwatch, and I'm going to want our Sniper also on Overwatch. Or rather, our Reaper here. Or Templar. I wish I had a Reaper. They're way better. You guys are going to murder another civilian? Okay. Well, I mean, you're going to take... These guys are taking shit rolls off the table. We love it. If it's not a shotgun, Pete, you have the wrong gun. And if it's not a Ranger, you're doing it wrong. I tend to agree with that general sentiment. Whatever it is that you're doing, it could always be improved by more Ranger, and there's definitely a Faceless right there. Bradford head up here. Roadkill. Our goal here is to get these civvies. If we can get our 6 civilians out of the way quick, then we don't have to worry about the rest of these pods. We can take all of the time in the universe and just slow play it if we gotta. So we're going to have you come here, snatch this civilian, who is in fact a civilian. Nice. I know we get bonus points for extra civilians, but I'm not exactly going to bust my balls to go save a bunch of civvies. Time to see if this internet can handle the Peach stream. Oh, there's no internet powerful enough in the world to handle what I'm putting down here. Unless you're, you know, the owner of like a 5600 baud modem, in which case, probably okay. That's probably, like the 56K modem is, it's almost certainly enough to handle what I'm putting down here. Be on Overwatch. Yeah, it's that pod we spied just a second ago, John. Looks like they may be coming this way. Nope, they're killing... we needed Aiden Duff, though. Excuse me, alien jerks? Aiden Duff was a good man. He had a family. A family man. And you murdered him. Ruthlessly, I might add. Ruthless, brutal, uncalled for in a, you know, more than one way. Sure, I mean, his name was Aiden, so he kind of deserved it a little, but... So, Carla Hernandez, what abilities do you have? You have total combat, so you can hurl a grenade and then shoot. Those are 2 things I am a huge fan of. What a chicken shit piece of garbage this guy is, though. Look at Jimmy the Sectoid back there taking cover behind a civilian like a chicken shit turd. What a piece of garbage. So Nessie's got some squad sight shots. Some actually relatively decent squad sight shots. Given the armor we've got sitting on our boy up here, I kind of feel like the smart move is to go ahead and whip the frag at him. This... yeah, you can't throw that frag grenade and hit him, though? You gotta be shitting me. Can't frag him. Well, if we can't frag him, we can justice this guy who we definitely don't want right next to us. We could also justice this priest. With a 96% chance to hit, I think we take this just because it's guaranteed damage. Get over here. Get shanked. And then we've got a shot, but I don't think we shoot at the priest, even though it's can't miss, because it's not going to generate a kill. And we've got some better stuff to do with our time, like shoot at this man. Even though it's lower percentage. That's the hit. That's what we needed. Pete, why'd you leave the priest all alone up there? Oh, because I got a plan for Mr. Priest, and this involves him getting rent asunder, and then us going into full parry mode. Get wrecked, son. Now, we've got either a momentum or a parry. Let's wait and see which of those we need. Bradford could come up here, rescue this guy, and then chuck the beacon. But if at all possible, I really want to conserve that beacon. Roadkill, you don't have a whole lot of options here, do you, champ? I think we bring you over here to what is definitely full cover. Then you got a flanker at the sectoid. It's not going to generate a kill. And if we have to leave anything alive, the sectoid is kind of the thing that we want to leave alive. We can't make it to the purifier, otherwise I would go for him. The robot's going to be uncontrolled. We got to do something about the robot. It kind of feels like as much as I don't want to, we're still going to have to throw the Mimic Beacon here. I don't want to do it, but I kind of think we're going to have to do it. We're, in fact, going to have to do it. It's the only way we can guarantee that we don't take damage here. So we take the Mimic Beacon. If we chuck it out here, everybody can see it. Let's just double check that before we... Yeah, everybody should be able to see it. You know what? Everybody can see it right there, too. Let's chuck it there. Safety first, chat. It's always safety first. Then you take your high percentage shots after you've ensured the safety of the team. 3 damage on the robot. It ain't what I would have hoped for, but it's something. And roadkill, give us whatever you can give us. Okay, 1 damage. That ain't a whole hell of a lot. And rather, since we've got the Mimic Beacon down and shooters who aren't likely to be able to get to it, we're going to forego our parry here and go ahead and take the momentum move. We could have momentumed over and saved that civilian, and honestly, that might have been the right call. You're going to come up, take a poke at our beacon. Nope, you're going to double move. Foolishly. You're going to shoot at the beacon. Get wrecked. The UFO defense music is really good. I agree, the UFO defense music is pretty top. You set your robot friend on fire. Why would you do that? That's a terrible, terrible thing to do. Sorry, Gutierrez. Say hi to Aiden for me. Chat, by the way, if you're considering having children, do everyone a favor and don't name it Aiden. Great shot, Bradford. You're 0 for 2, buddy. Nice work. There is still a Mimic Beacon on the board, by the way. You should not be able to attack Bradford. So, Nessie, what do you got? 89%. On a max damage shot here, she downs the robot. I don't think we're going to do much better with her at anything. How much health does this chrysalid have? The chrysalid is still the priority. We have to get him before anything else. It only has 4 health, so basically anyone can kill it. In fact, Bradford could have killed it if he hadn't missed that Blade Storm because he's a schmuck. Okay, so Advent Mech, we take this shot here and hope for big damage. That was not big damage, though. Roadkill, do you think you could finish this guy off? Your minimum damage is not a kill, but anything above minimum damage is. And it won't matter because you just straight up fucking whiffed. Not a guaranteed kill. Nay, even not a likely kill. I would rather shoot this man twice and make sure he's dead. Okay, so far, so good. One down. How is your weapon depleted? It's not depleted. You still have 2 bullets in your gun. Don't give me weapon depleted. Oh, I'm out of bullets. No, you're not. Go ahead and kill the chrysalid. It's too big of a risk to not just put it in the dirt. We got to put him in the dirt. I can't have that chrysalid converting civilians is the main reason why I'm killing it. Take the shot. Yeah, I was worried about that. So now we're in a bit of a pickle. Well, we could kill the sectoid for certain. Alright, I think we chance it here. We take the kill on the sectoid. And then we parry in the hopes that the robot will shoot at our Templar, who is then going to be immune to damage. So we go ahead and parry it up. You should absolutely shoot at that unit. You piece of shit. Well, better the civilian than us, I suppose. All things considered, it could have gone worse. How many chrysalids are going to be on this map, by the way? Actually, it seemed a lot more likely that the DJ was dreaming of a white chrysalid rather than parry in the open. Civilian's definitely a faceless. Nope, he's cool. We checked chat and he checks out. 100% not a chrysalid. It's nice of our girl there to make a mockery of the entire rest of the team who's been shooting at that dude. And she did, don't rest assured, she did make an absolute mockery of them by killing it with a pistol after home slice here. Old Parker Lewis failed to kill it with an assault rifle shot. Like, what, you can't take down a robot with an assault rifle? Let old Soup Can show you how it's done. Campbell's? Yeah, soup is deadly. Campbell's changes their motto, by the way, in 2021. From soup is good food to soup'll fucking kill you. Will suffer my rage, though? How does it taste? Do you like my rage? Is it delicious? The one on the other side of the bridge who ignored the alien sitting on his face. You mean this guy? Yeah, probably a faceless. Agreed. I mean, almost certainly a faceless. We'll find out here in a moment. We're gonna have Bradford reload because he's a little low on bullets. And I like our skirmisher being the eye in the sky for now. Alright, here they come. Muton's a problem because of his counterattack ability. Chrysalids also a problem because of their ability to create more chrysalids. Oh, don't give me that martial pose strutting into the ring like you're a WWE wrestler. Who do you think you are, Jimmy the Muton? Shot in the face, that's who you are. How'd that feel? You like that? Huh? You like that? You like that? Yeah, that guy's definitely a faceless, though. You're not wrong. So Bradford has a frag as well. Jake Busey's real salty about the fact that the aliens are breaking his stuff. Like, don't touch my stuff! I don't suppose we could grapple anywhere useful, can we? Nope. So what do we have for shots here? You know what? We got a chance at a kill. Actually, possibly even 2 kills. That damage roll, that's what we like. Good work, Lobo. Let's get another one. Why are you always complaining about being out of ammo? Good lord. They make bullets, I mean, they're readily available and relatively inexpensive. So we can run in here, rend this chrysalid, and then maybe be parrying. We don't want to go hit the Muton, because remember, Jimmy the Muton here. He's got counterattack. We could send Bradford in for a little shotgun surgery. That's a plan I kind of like. Parker Lewis, would you come up here and bring that kid who had the magic coat that contained all of the stuff in the universe? We do have a flank shot at the Muton, but it's not likely to do a lot of damage. I'd almost rather take the guaranteed kill on hit for the chrysalid. Alternatively, I mean, you're definitely a faceless. We could throw a grenade. Yeah, you know what, John? So we can't hit these guys without hitting the civilian that we know is a faceless. But then we're basically relying on Bradford to get the job. You know what? I'm sorry, civilian. You're paying the price on this one. Can't be helped. Definitely a faceless, by the way. It's a faceless! No! So skirmishers are rebellious Advent, but given the ones we met during the main campaigns, it seems really weird that an Advent soldier would be named Carla Hernandez. Maybe she changed her name, chat. Don't judge Carla Hernandez. Maybe Hernandez, you know, decided she wanted something a little more fitting with her station. How much damage can we get out of a Volt? Not enough. It's a guaranteed hit, and it would chain. I think we put you on Overwatch. I'm kind of tempted to just shoot at the Muton and then maybe fall back. Anything that could be coming forward, we want to shoot at, though, and wound it enough so that Bradford, can maybe get a hit on it. This way, if he comes forward, it's possible maybe Bradford kills him. Bradford might be able to get the kill. Maybe. Rend would drop that Muton. If we're going to rend something, though, it has to be the chrysalid. I don't like this plan. We're going to rend and parry. We're probably going to wind up with a wounded soldier here. I don't think there's a whole lot we could do about it. We could run away and hope to outrun them. Maybe that's better than the parry? The faceless will almost certainly advance if we run away. Can we run far enough to keep them off our 6? Like, can we keep them off our jock if we just all ass? The Muton could shoot at us and have a relatively decent shot. We could get full cover over here. You know what? I think even better than parry. I'm gonna chance falling back. This guy is gonna fall back and shoot. Throw a grenade. Gonna shoot. You got lucky, John.
I'm taking fire.
Yeah, you're taking fire. We should have gone for the parry, though. So either way, we did it. Ooh, take that, roll table. We did it, chat. We've done it. We've done it. The roll table has saved us. You're out of bullets. Now, don't insult the new recruits, John. Oh, they don't even know how to turn on a radio. Like, you're so smart, Bradford. Most of the time, you're fumbling for the knobs in a gin-addled frenzy. You don't know how to turn it on either. Okay, so we're going to hit you with this. Brings you down to 2 health. I feel like we're going to have to keep slow playing this. Do we have anybody who can get... Okay, so Bradford can get damage on you. How much health has this guy got left? Too much. With Blade Storm, we could go for the melee attack on the Muton because Blade Storm should cancel it. It even has an It has an outside chance for the kill as well. We do it. It had an outside chance, and it turns out it was further outside than we would have liked. Is there any scenario we can come up with where we can engineer a kill on either that Faceless or the Muton? If we can get the Faceless here, you have no bullets, though. Okay, Nessie, this is going to be the greatest pistol shot of all time if you can pull it off. I'm counting on you, Soup Can. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, Soup Can. Soup is good food, though, chat. Soup is... No, you know what? Soup is not good food. Soup will fucking kill you. Could the Templar rend the Muton? Mutons have counterattack. If we try and melee that Muton, he is going to hit us before we get a chance to swing. But what we can do is just hit him with the Volt for a guaranteed 2 damage that ignores armor, and he's dead. We've done it. Objective completed. That's what we like to see. Give me that bonus points.
Chrysalids weren't too much of an issue for us, but we were only slightly closer to figuring out just what the hell was going on.
17 out of 17. John Ginboy Bradford leads the team victoriously into another bar and out the other side so that they can go to another bar.
Stuff in there, so the choice of what to haul out wasn't easy.
So the Ranger replaces his frag with a flashbang. Specialist gets an EMP grenade. And a Templar replaces their frag with an acid grenade. Or alternatively, we could just get some PCS. Agility sucks, but perception on our sharpshooter is good. Speed on our skirmisher is good. I think we go with the combat sims here. You're not sponsored by Campbell's, Pete. You're sponsored by Kraft. Well, I mean, you know what goes great with a delicious bowl of Campbell's soup? And that's a sandwich covered in the tangy zip and Miracle Whip salad dressing. A sandwich and soup just isn't a soup and sandwich without the tangy zip and Miracle Whip salad dressing. So you picked up Overcharge and Stun Strike. Bradford got Shadow Strike. Better shotgun, better gun. Lightning Hands for Campbell's. Soup Can's coming through. That pistolero action she pulled, she learned a trick or two. You got Revival Protocol, which is helpful-ish. I would really rather you got some of the good abilities for the Gremlin, like, you know, the one where you can just go do guaranteed damage. And Hernandez picked up Zero In. Surprisingly, Zero In may be one of the better skirmisher abilities.